Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning this morning, good afternoon to our national leaders and citizens around the world. This is a blessed morning for each and every one of us to see this wonderful Saturday. Our God is great and He will always be great. We say thank God for life and for everything that we have. I was actually engaged today to go somewhere quicker, but it is important to flag out important motivations and encouragement to our people when it is necessary. And I know, you know, God's never make mistake to speak to people mind, to speak to human being mind. God never make mistake to give you vision or dreams or speak to you to speak to people. It is the word of God that paved the way for nation, country, family, even for me or for you. If you cannot hear things that will motivate you, you always remain the same. But sometimes some of these things we are saying, it is to better ourselves and better our country for tomorrow. Words never waste. Everything that you say, that you encourage into somebody's life, have a time for the person to use it, or it has a definite time. Everything got time. If you are not in the condition today, you feel like, oh, the person is talking nonsense. But when you get into that ring, that's the only time you can know that, oh, yes, he said that long ago, or he said this before. So we shouldn't be that kind of human being that we want to wait for things to get escalated before we say, oh, yeah, he said it. No, we have to speak to things for the future and for the present to be good for our people. This morning, I want to bring this very interesting relief to the Liberian people from the other end of the spiritual and reality of life. If you will have your time here today, I want to tell you your time is not wasted. Your time is important. And one thing I want to say today to the Liberian people is that we are not actually willing to build our country and build the society and live a better life. Because when you listen to that word, what they say, I don't know, it's a phrase or whatever they said it. They said charity begins at home. Charity begins at home. And most of the Liberians, leaders and people or friends that we see today, the attitude that they apply to people, organizations that are hurting, organizations breaking down society and destroying good images of people today, those things begins from home. If you see somebody that is causing man cause today, you might think, why is this person is so big like that and he causing man cause? He learned it when he was a little child. When he was a little child, he used to cause a man, and the parents, the parents or the family don't pay attention to it. And he grew into it, and when he joined the political platform, he begins that same style. Charity begin at home. It got a lot of visions. It have a lot of branches that affect every one of us today in our real age of life. And those things are things that Liberian got to start to realize and realize we need to work on that. Means what? What do I mean? I mean that Liberian I don't know, it's because of money or because somebody have money or because somebody, has a bigger platform or somebody is helping somebody. We don't have to compromise with people that are trying to grow attitude that will destroy us for tomorrow. The Bible talk about the truth can hurt, but the truth will set you free. And with the Liberian, we are not ready to be free because we always look at people that are actually disobedience in the society. We cherish them. We bow down to them. We keep silent on their affairs. And after they have felt so pumped up in those things that they do, and they see that, oh yeah, but what I'm doing, the public don't, they like it. They don't have issue with that. And as long, I'm wealthy, I'm helping them, I'm giving them, I'm helping charity in Liberia, I'm doing this, the people are okay. They're not speaking to these things. Even though some of them are praying for me. Some of them are praying for me. That's why they say some of them are praying for me. You see that? So those attitude, those people, those our friends, our brothers, our colleagues, they develop this attitude and they feel so proud in it because the people they are working with, or the society they live in, the society don't speak their bows or their bowses, their bad thing that they do. The society does not speak against it. So the people feel within themselves they are doing the right thing. And tomorrow they will bring that into our society. Because the charity, when they do these things at home, right now, some of them they are not working in the government, they have their own private, organization, they are private or network, they are working, but the attitude that they are performing, in their homes right now, we have nothing to say about it. Because we feel that that individual is a look. And that's how we live our life. There was a young man. I don't have another phone to play this video. I don't know. He was on Spoon TV the last time. And he had some chat with Stencil Waterspoon and other people on the chat. About it, last night, I came home. I watched his video. And he said, Sister Waterspoon was accusing him because of, I don't know, he said he gave him $10,000 or how many dollars. He always sent him money when he was somewhere, and all that kind of thing. So, and that guy, I don't know his name, but if I could have another phone, I could play his video. But he was on the other breakaway platform of Stencil Waterspoon. He was on Dr. Peabody and the other guys on the platform yesterday. That guy, he was talking about the bias of Stencil Waterspoon, the behavior, the attitude. And there was a lady that asked the guy, why you think Stencil should abandon his platform? Why you think Stencil Waterspoon should abandon his platform as a lawyer? You know that he's a man that gave services. His institution gives services to the community. He gave, he do some great thing. And the guy said the truth. He said, no, it is not about closing down the institution, but the individual himself that is, formed within that range of adaptment and other things. I'm not saying that they should close his institution down, but as long as he is there, advocating and running allegations of, hooking other people's feet into fire with some attitude that is not presentable, and he has his daily attitude that is honor investigation, he should little bit set aside and put the institution into somebody's hand to see how his investigation will end. You see, that was a correct and sound idea of that little gentleman. See, because if you telling somebody that you have to, you are corrupt, you are like this, you are doing this, then you should be somebody with those characters. If you are not that individual with those characters, and now you have been adopted or you have been investigated, then you got to do yourself a due diligence to what? To clear your scar. People have to know that you are very sorry of what you are. The things that you do, that the allegation against you are feeling bad, and you are in some kind of a mooding situation, and you want for those allegations to be what? To be out of your life, so that you can be free to the society and advocate the more you want to be. But people see the reality and they look at it and they don't care. You see that? And the gentleman went in to tell them that it is not something that we should brag about. I am not insulting Mr. Senator Witherspoon. I'm not insulting him. You see that? So telling somebody the fact about his wrongdoing, you don't have to insult the person. If I, Mr. Kokraddy, living in a Liberian community, and I have an attitude of maybe, borrowing or crediting people money, I don't pay back, I trade people, and one of my pastor or somebody called me and said, Mr. David, what you are doing is wrong. You don't have to have that attitude of borrowing from your people in the community, and you are not paying them back. And he did not insult me, and I just wake up and get angry with the man. You don't keep on the Facebook and tell me, say, oh, David, your man like this, your pa like this, your man so. You don't insult me. You saw the reality. You saw the fact in my life. You see the wrongdoing, and you approach it, directly to me and say, David, the attitude of you borrowing people money and not paying them, and feel that you are so comfortable in that zone, it's not right. Then I got angry at you, and I began to what? Start insulting you, or start saying, no. It's what I'm doing, is what you are trying to tell me. You are never harm me, you are never cause me, you are never causes anything to me. Because it's my attitude that you see that is wrong. So if you approach it, as long you are not, insulting me, let us understand this. But sometimes other people will be on the other side. They look at you to be somebody that is bad. No. If we, the Liberian today, if we want to have good people, good citizens, good advocates, we should begin to set the example. But what I see in the Liberian setting now is we are all a joker. Even down to the what? To the government officials that are actually seeing things that are unacceptable in the society. And they themselves, they are going on the roof of that institution, or on the roof of that individual, and interacting with them and exchanging, debate with that each person. It is a sign of what? It is a sign of not ready for change. You see that? When you have your child in the home, if the child begins to start stealing, like when you put your food in the freezer at the age of 2, 3, you put your meat in the freezer, the other chicken tire move from there. You only have one child in the house. You don't care to ask. You don't care to bring the child to the table one and say, oh, my son, you and I in this hall here. But every day when I put my soup in the S-bar, chicken tire lost from it. You just ain't nosy, because you think that he is the only child that is helping you. that is bringing you water when you're sick, that is doing everything. So because the wrongdoing that the child is doing, you don't want to talk about it. It's not because Mr. Senator Witherspoon has the biggest platform in the whole of Republic. He has a media institution. Then the reality of his life that show disgrace and things that are not appropriate for leaders to do, and we see it and we keep silent to it. Because in that case, we are making those people not being afraid. We are taking them out of fear. We are giving them bravery. Tomorrow, when we drag them into our politics or into our society to choose them to be a leader, we will also feel that weight, because we grow them. We grow them in that behavior, because we allow them. We saw them doing it. We don't talk. We don't say nothing about those things, and we are so comfortable with them. And we think that we are doing ourselves a good. So now, the reason that Liberian people, the Liberian leadership or the Liberian people that are in leadership, they are treating us with those things is because we ourselves, help to grow them. You help the child to be sitting at home, and now when the child become a big person now, he's still out there. They started beating him, dragging him, and you begin to regret. Oh, my son, I love my son. You don't love your son. If you could love your son when your son was in your house, taking chicken thigh, stealing chicken, meat disappearing from your bowl, you could have spoke to that. But you see it because the child was so or doing something significant in your life. You only have one boy child, and you let that child to be who he want to be. Tomorrow now, when he try to involve into the society, he try to show his deeds, and now you want to blame people that, oh, I didn't expect for the child to be like that. How you do expect for the child to be like that? See? So, Liberian people, if we are ready to set the table clean, let us begin at home. Let us begin at the very institution. Let us look at our leadership from Liberia. Those of people that are here right now. When you look in the Grand Judicial Association, there are a lot of things that are going on. People have to monitor us. Who are there? How do they play? Even in the Barbiturian Association, the leadership, how it work, how the people play with the finance. Look, let me tell you something. In America, when your child is going to school, they start taking record on the child, the attendance of the child behavior. Those things, they are in the database. They don't joke with those things. These are the way for America to bring out good leadership. They don't play with those things. That's why when your child is going to school, when your child is, rude in the school, putting out attitude, doing those things, even not going to school on time, those things affect the child, overall, ability or responsibility. It affects the child tomorrow. These are record. Even a little child, when your child in the school, when they take the child picture, even when the child, do some domestic violence in the school, they take the child picture and they put the record there. Tomorrow, that child will try to become a representative or a governor within that state. Those records, they will look at those records from the child, from the preschool, the behavior, the attendance of the child, the way the child talks, every little thing that the child does. It will grant the child to be the governor of that state tomorrow. Even at the age of 14, America take records. They record every little thing because they want to build a good future, a good community, a good society. So they don't make no mistake of picking on children that are coming up by taking their attendance, their behaviors, their domestic violence, and all those things. When you look in your child school record, you see all those things. Why do America do it? They do it because they want to know what is the next coming society will be like, but or who will be the next a leader of the community. They want to know those people. But in Africa, in our Liberians, locality, we look at those things, we overlook them. And tomorrow, when we overlook them and they become what? They grow, they become a forest in our society. Then we come back, we cry to the same American people. Our people, our leaders are treating all bad. Our leaders are doing this. They are arrogant. They are like this. But those people, those very same leaders, they were living with you in the society. Those same people, they were living with you in the society. And you have nothing to say. You have nothing to because what you feel that they are up there. They got the l'argent, they got the cash, they got all the charity in Liberia, they got all the institution. So you keep silent on their will, on their doing. But when you grow them away, when the baby eagle, when you don't have a wing to fly yet, when you're in the eagle net, when you try, you're laughing at it. But after when you grow wing, when it's ready to tour the eye, then you cannot touch the eagle baby again. That's how we allow our Liberians leaders to come out and grow. And after they are growing, we are put giant teeth in their mouth. When they start to bite us, when they start to chew us, then we regret it tomorrow. Let me tell you something, Liberian people. To begin a good society, we are talking about Liberia will not change until in the fourth generation, or it will take a decade. And these things that we are trying to say in our mother, Liberia will not come to echoes of good standard living until decade. If we want it within the half of a decade, we need to start working with those things right now. Some of us, you shouldn't see us as an enemy of the city. You shouldn't see us as a bias in the society. We want to bring the light back to the society. We want to set the foundation. We want to build a clean and a beginning Liberia. And in order for us to do this, we need to hold those people that are showing themselves in the public figure as leaders, as advocates, as good people, as good Samaritan, as humanitarians, leaders that are helping society. They need to help the society with cleanness, because what you represent is what your institution will represent. See that? What you represent as an individual is how your institution will operate. So if I want to bring a charity organization in Liberia talking about child molest or child rape, and you guys hear that David Kokra have been charged with a rape in Liberia, will you able to carry your child into that institution, or will you able to go there and still work with my institution in Liberia, where I'm talking about child rape is a bad thing, and I'm advocating for it. And in the next few months, you guys see me, they say David Kokra raped and he has been adopted by the American. You think that will make you comfortable to go for counseling, or to go for rehabilitation to my institution as Mr. Kokra? You will feel bad. You will regret. Because I'm not setting the example of who I say I am. I'm trying to advocate for. And these are the facts, and these are the reality. But today, many of our friends, some of the friends that I sit with, when we try to flag out the city, they see on the other side as I know how to call it, as jealousy. Why would I be jealous of Sense of Waterspoon? Poor man at me. Even if I could have my money, what would I prove in to say yes? But we are trying to help the society. Because the Bible talk about naked we come, naked we shall go. But the generation will continue. The society will continue. So if we are coming out in the society, We want to live a good generation. We want to live a good society by. We ourselves need to represent who we are and what we say. So we need to understand these things. So Liberians, we need to learn to speak our minds to the wrongdoer in the society. See that? That is why today Liberians, they are not even moved by their attitude. See that? Because they fear that nobody speak against it. So they feel so relaxed. You see that? Who's speaking right now? I have some financial issue with other people from in different states. I have tried to engage the Liberian community in those areas. I tried to call the Liberian community. I contacted other pastors and people to reach out to that individual. They are not putting effort there. They don't care. You see that? They don't care. So Liberians are not ready to bring our country back to a normal living standard. Because these are the things when we all work together in hands and our voice speak the same thing. Take action against those people. Then you will see the changes that we want will come out gradually. But we see it. People engage us, people talk to us, people call us. This is what this sister is doing to me. This is what the brother is doing to me. We are all in the same church. We are all the same Liberian. This is what I do for her, and she pay me back with this kind of heartbreaking, or with this kind of tension, with this kind of regret. And we try to do it, then people say those people are not good people. So we should allow our people to continue doing bad, breaking protocol. And we say we want to see our country building up. No, we cannot. And these things are made. When you look in the Bible says your sin. You should be able to what? You should be able to what? To regret your sin. Your sin should be something that will surprise you. You should be tremble. Bible says, tremble over your sin. Sin that you commit, if it tremble you, God is willing to what? To forgive you. But your sin does not even trickle you. It does not even tremble you. And you feel so good about it. You see that? You feel so good about it. So we are the cause. We are the Liberian. We are the cause. Because things we do that is bad. Our own Liberian people, our own society, surround us. They try to engage us. We don't say don't pray for the person. You can pray for the person. You can do whatever you want to do. Say, brother, I will pray for you that this thing will go away. But brother, you did what you did was wrong. It damaged your reputation. It is something that you got to work on. If it is not the fact, but admit the fact to him that he's wrong before you even say, I'm in prayer with you. You see it? Because the Bible says sin has no limit. It has no limit. You cannot sin and try to what? Because the Bible says confess your sin and I will forgive you. So if in confessing your sin or in realizing your sin and you want to what? Protect the wrongdoing, God will never forgive you. Because as long as you are committed that crime and you feel that it's wrong, you should be able to what? Apologize and do not what? Back it up to say, yes, I did the right thing. See that? This is some of the things I don't understand. I don't want to talk about this, but I just want to. I just want for you guys to understand. You see that? I really like the way the move that Prince Johnson took. Prince Johnson in Nima County, he said he realized his own mistake, and he's a sinner, he's a killer, and he confessed his sin to God. He went in front of pastors and he confessed. And Prince Johnson confessed his sin, and he came back to Liberia, and Prince Johnson when he built a church that he's serving as a pastor in. But one thing I do not like about Prince Johnson right now that he's doing, that I think that if he continue, then that means I have a problem with his confession. Is he's trying to continue to say that he defend Nima County. See? So you trying to say you defend Nima County. And in defending Nima County, you was a leader that led people to what? Even if you yourself don't take gun to kill, but you led the group to kill. And with all those things, that's why you confess. You confess that you are sorry, God has come to you. And you are come to God now. Even when people are saying to you that you, Prince Johnson, you are killer, you have to say like, this is why I came back to God and I confess. I agree that I am the cause of whatever. But Prince Johnson continued to what? To back himself that what he did was right. He didn't do bad. He still as a defender of Nima County. Then why you go to God to confess that you are a sinner and you are still defending yourself in the public that you don't do bad? You see, then you are blaspheming. You are trying to blaspheme God or either the people. So that is the only thing I don't like about Prince Johnson. But Prince Johnson did well for him to say he confessed. But when he continued to what? To make those arguments, to back those arguments up, then I think he got to go back and meet God and to tell God how he confessed his sin. Because that's the fact of the Bible and that's the reality. You see that? I love the fact that Prince Johnson confessed and now he's preaching the word of God. But anytime when he comes on show, when they accuse him, he wants to say he defending, he backing, and he sees to be no wrong. You already went to God and you went to Nigeria. You bowed down and said, Father, forgive me. I do this. I'm a killer. I'm a murderer. I'm a death. Today, even if the people are still talking about it, you have to make the God that you're serving happy, but not to what? Back yourself up. Then that means the confession that you made to God, God is still alive. He's still hearing you. Because the Bible says whatever that you say from your mouth should truly come from your heart. You see that? So that is the little thing that I have with Prince Johnson right now. Because I'm a biblical student. I know what the Bible says when you confess with all your heart, with all your mind. You have no something to claim right on your sin. Sin is a sin. So we want to stop that. I don't want to go far in that. Because Prince Johnson is my father. But we know we gotta spit out those little points, those little things that people don't understand. As an analyst. So we go back to our point. So when you look at these things, they are so horrible. They are so confusing. They are so that's why I tell Liberian people, wisdom is demanded in our society. Right now, we Liberian people, you should not look at education right now to face Liberia. Education cannot face Liberia. Because the most educated we have, the more educational food we have in our society. You see that? Because if you are really educated, You know the book, you can write, you can speak the vocab, you know how to, use your verb and adjective agreement, you matches your whatever you can do. But when it comes to what? The genesis of the genesis of life, the genesis of prosperity, the genesis of facing that country. We have to be what? Moderate to one another. We have to be very truthful to one another. Because we are coming to build a new generation. And you cannot build a new generation with a bad foundation. You need to break down the old foundation, because probably the old foundation the bricks were built with a lot of cement or a lot of something. So you cannot build a new foundation on the old foundation. And these are some of the things. If we want to build a new foundation for this country we call Mama Liberia, then we need to do ourselves good, to be bold to the leaders, to the people that are trying to what? Come out of their share. Because just imagine those people that are coming out to the public, showing themselves, giving help, doing things, donating, doing this. Those people, their next intention or their next aim is to become leader for tomorrow. No man, let me tell you something. No man give his money out free without looking for something. You gave something to get something. You see it? You know what made George Weah a president? George Weah was not stupid. When George Weah was in AC Milan, you were playing the football in Europe. He knew what he was doing. He come into Liberia, renting buses, joining himself into peace stuff, carrying the national team, chartering fly. He was using his European money. He was so smart. He knew what he wanted from us, and he got it. President Weah got what he wanted. He spent. He helped people. He surrendered himself to the people. He laid himself down. During the war, he came. He went in the rebel zone, sinking, wear jersey. He spent some money. People say George Weah is poor. But in the other sin, according to what? To real analysis point of view. You spend money to get money. So some people, they look at George Weah was poor. Spiritually, he was not poor. Because the Bible said, he that giveth shall be rewarded. So you think George Weah was poor? He was not poor. Spiritually, he was planting his seed. You see that? So these are the idea we have as a real analyst. But most of the Liberian people, when they go on platform, their acumen, I look at them, it is not spiritually backing. So sometimes I look at them, I laugh. You see that? I, as a spiritual man, from the attitude of George Weah, what he was doing in Liberia, I knew that George Weah was not poor. But if I call any minister right now and I say, tell me, when George Weah was playing football, how many money that he saved? The man would tell me, say, David, George Weah don't save anything. George Weah was a poor man. He used the money uselessly. But I, as a spiritual man, I knew that George Weah was what? He was storing his what? Blessing. As he was giving the money to charity, helping national team. You can't ask me, say George Weah was poor, and I will tell you as a theologian, and I say George Weah was poor, because I know my standpoint. I know what I'm speaking from. But when your eyes are when you call Darrell Dillon right now, you call Jaka Koroba, Jaka Koroba was sarcastic. Oh, that. He was sarcastic in mouth first before he talk about his poverty. But me, Democratic, I'm not going to say that because I know what my Bible tell me. The Bible says the hand that giveth shall be rewarded. So now George Weah is rewarded. Was he poor? Yeah, in your perspective, as of that's why you say George Weah is poor. But when George Weah come to mind, on a mind spiritual, transformation or analysis, he was rich. He was sowing his riches. You see that? George Weah was definitely sowing his riches. So he was not poor. So Liberian people, we all speak from different perspectives as an analyst. That's why it is better to have a good follower. You don't just follow people that speak from the worldly point of view, and you know that the Bible, it is what? It is the open life of the word. America use it, they get rich. Other people use it, they get rich. And they become billionaires, they become rich. The Bible, it is what? It is the soul of riches. If you follow the Bible principle, you will don't know how you get rich. People, the worldly people will say you poor, but when you read it, God will pick you up, fly. You will get 350 jet. You the one that taking your money, spending it, passing all around in the village. Something will bring, God will reward you one day. So George Weah was not poor. I want for Liberian to get that. From their perspective, George Weah poor. But from our perspective, as a believer, as a spiritual inductees, as a spiritual editor or whatever we are in the things of God, we know that George Weah was not poor. So let us just break that one and put it aside. So you see that? If I don't tell you today that the man was rich, nobody. But now, if I go on the street right now and say George Weah rich, there will be a lot of argument. When I open my phone right now, I say, you're not debate whether George Weah was rich or poor. I'm not going to debate with them because they're speaking from different perspectives, and I'm speaking from, and my perspective have come to influential in the life of George Weah. So now my debate will win them because what? I tell them the truth, and my political analyzation come to a realization in what I told them, and they might see it as lie, but it is the fact. God showed it to them. So that's it. So when we come back to the point where we say, Liberian people, let us try to flag out or to root out those bias in the society that we find ourselves in. It's not that we hate them. It's not that we are jealous of them. It's not that we just want to disgrace them. No, it is not about disgrace. It is the fact. It is the reality. It is what? Setting example. It's building new generation. It's building a new society. When you listen to the Bible talk about the farmer that plant a seed. You cannot go and take your seed. You say you want to plant a seed and go plant a seed on between the thorn. When the seed grow, what will do? They will be choked by the thorn. And when you go, you plant a seed on a little bit of soil. Then you got a rocket on it. You go the soil, the seed will grow, but when the sun shines, the root will not touch the soil and it will die. These are words of the Bible. So Liberia, if we want to play new Liberia, we shouldn't plant our seed among the thorn, neither along the roadside, neither on a little bit of soil that is found on the rock, because they will all die. But let us plant our seed in the loam soil. Then when the seed grow, we will see Liberia as a fresh and new country that we will all enjoy. But today when we are trying to give those analysis and people see us as enemy of the state, we are not enemy. We are the Jews of the new generation. We are the fertilizer. We are the ideologists. We are the best agenda for next Liberia. That's why I have no political affiliation. I tell people, me, Mr. Kokrati, I have no political affiliation, because I speak because things hurt me about my country. I create my platform because I want to flag out. I want to give Liberia the path of bringing new generation up for our country. I have no friend in the government. I have no. If I go to Liberia, I don't visit minister. I don't talk to President George. I live next to my uncle's house. I pass there every day. The only thing sometimes I see them later, they come to me, oh David, I just do what I gotta do. I pass on. I'm not curious about going to Liberia to go to Lakaros Great House or go to the Chairman Moruba House. These are not my priority. But the truth and the reality that will bring our country back to the standard. And some of those things today, we are living in the American society today. We have our pastors, we have our community leaders, we have organization leaders, but there are things that are happening within those communities in Iowa, in Minnesota, in North Carolina, in New Jersey, and we have good revenue. We got some revenue. There are other revenue today. Some of them they are on some other platform. They are preaching the Bible. They are promoting the kingdom of God on people platform that do not represent the image of good representation or the image of good people. But they are proud to go on their platform and go on their institution to be preaching the word of God, but they don't want to tell them the truth and what they are doing that is wrong. You see how we are fake, how we are our own problems as bishops and leaders of the country of Liberia. I am going on your platform preaching as a bishop. It will not give me, it will not suppress, or it will not hold me back when you do something wrong to the Liberian community to come and tell you. No. I'm the man of God. I'm ready. If you are speaking malice or bad thing against the community or against our country, and I have the opportunity to use your platform as my soul winning platform. If you say something that is reckless or that is bad, I will call you. I'll say, oh, Mr. I will call you Henry Costa. This is Reverend Dukley from Philadelphia. Yeah, Henry Costa, how you doing, Reverend? Yeah, I'm fine. Henry Costa, this is Reverend Dukley from Philadelphia. Costa, you are my son, and I always go on your platform to, do my gospel thing. But Costa, I want to tell you that what you did today, that the word that you use or that false allegation, don't do that. Because the Bible says thou shalt not bear false witness, and the Bible says thou shalt not accuse your neighbor falsely. So, Mr. Costa, I want you to take back that thing, and it will not. I know you are an advocate, but you got to be fair. You got to be very fair, because anything that you do tomorrow will destroy our country. If you lied, blatantly, it will cause harm to our people. So, Mr. Costa, I want you to, slow down with that point of view or whatever. Yeah. If you do it to Costa 2 or 3 times as a reverend, the man will see the true light. The fear will be on Costa. Costa will try to at least some kind of way maneuver himself and put himself into a good format. But the reverend, the bishops, the preachers, and all the people today, they are just motivating. They are just like a fire on those so-called, advocate. They are trying to grow their wing, and we cannot continue to be doing this. You see that? If I, Mr. Copeland, have the opportunity to be a bishop in Philadelphia, or a reverend or a bishop, even in Liberia, even right now, if I'm a bishop, I'm an overall head bishop in that country, I will put the government feet on the fire, because I will not sit there and allow what we call bad propaganda to destroy the country that I am the head bishop in it. I would teach my people about quality of life, not equality, but quality of life. See that is what we are not doing today to the society. We got people we call leader, we got people we call reverend, bishop, This time we got organization that can brainstorm together and try to rebulge those people that are trying to what? Demoralize the country, that are trying to what? Break down the country. They sit down there. They allow those people to speak lies to the international community. And the tensions and the poverty is still coming on us as a Liberian. Then what make you a leader? Why God put you there? Why God chose you to be an overall bishop of that city of Morovia? And you see things that are people are just spreading lies and they make it the country hard. Then you when everyone all finish, then you the bishop, you the reverend, you the justice, this and that. You yourself, you take your own mouth and say the president, and you have the authority in your hand. You have the voice, the boldness, because okay. So these are the things that harm us. So my people, I have an appointment to go to. We will start the broadcast here today. Let us understand that we need to help our society. Let us help our society. Let us try to educate those people that feel that they are doing the right thing and they're not doing it, so that we can bring this Liberia, new Liberia, to a better standard. But when we start compromising because this person is rich, because the person has money, because the person has the larger institution, we are growing our own giant. We are growing our own leopard. We are putting teeth in the mouth of our own leopard that will catch us tomorrow. So I will see you on the next episode. God bless you all. You guys have a wonderful day. God bless you. Thank you. Bye bye. See you.